Hello, everyone. My name is Pam Nacpil, and this is the Moving Truth with Pam. So my guest for tonight is a very happy lady.
Oh.
Whenever I hear her, see her, she's always laughing and smiling. And it always makes me happy when I talk to her. So my guest for tonight, please introduce yourself, Marvi.
Hi, Ate Pam. Hi, I'm Marvi. I'm from the Philippines, and I've been here in New Brunswick for 8 years.
8 years?
now.
I didn't even know that. I thought I came before you. So 8 years, 1 year more than we have. So, okay. Before coming to New Brunswick,
Yes.
where were you in the Philippines?
So I'm from Baguio. I used to work in Baguio,
And your family's really from there?
yeah, like Benguet.
Okay.
Yes.
So just to let people know, Baguio is like the one of the topmost parts of the Philippines, and it's where there's cold weather.
Yes.
But cold weather there is like, what, 19 degrees here?
Yeah,
right?
it can go down to like maybe 13.
Okay, but
Yeah.
not
Not
like
too
New
cold.
Brunswick.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So when you were in Baguio, what were you doing? You lived there, your family's there. What kind of work were you doing, Marvi?
So I used to work for a hotel company as it's a corporate job.
Okay.
It's a reservations office.
Okay.
So I've been working there for like 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
And then, I'm sure it was a good job. Were you a graduate of HRM as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so graduate of HRM, you went into the career that was meant for you. So how come you suddenly decided after 3 years of working, wait, I'm moving to a colder climate than Baguio. So what inspired you? What were you thinking of when you did that?
I think it came from me being always trying to see new stuff, trying
Okay.
to challenge myself.
Okay.
So I think at one point when I was working, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to try something new.
So it's like, this is not for me kind of thing? Okay, so when you could go to Manila or go to somewhere else, but why New Brunswick or why Canada? What led you to that decision?
So a lot of people have asked me that same question, and actually, I didn't really think of coming here to Canada.
Okay.
So what happened was like, okay, I wanted to like pursue my studies. I wanted to take my
Okay.
master's. I wanted to do something new. And then I applied for two universities, one in UK to do
Okay.
my master's. And then I saw NBCC online, which is the
Okay.
New Brunswick Community College. And that
New Brunswick, but like nobody knows about New Brunswick. How was the NBCC college flashing before you?
I don't know, maybe because I've been looking into a lot of different colleges that somehow it showed up.
That's
And
a
I
good
was
thing.
like,
Okay.
let me see. So I tried to apply and I opted to take culinary arts. So that time, I applied to two different schools, two different countries.
Okay.
And both of the letters, the acceptance letter came in
Wow.
almost at the same time.
Okay, so wow, UK, you're gonna have a British accent, you know?
Yes.
And Canada. So what made you decide to go for Canada instead of the UK?
I think it all boiled down to financial. So, you know,
Okay.
taking masters in UK can be very expensive
Okay.
versus like taking culinary arts in NBCC. I was like, okay, so matchmake, what do I want to do? Like, what are my goals and stuff like that? But, you know, I was practical that time.
Okay.
I said, maybe I can take this culinary course for now, and then eventually I can take my master's once I
If
have
you
more
want.
money.
Okay. So, but like when you decided to take up the culinary arts, was it like a decision that you said was okay? Was it worth it versus a masteral course?
Well, at that time, so I sent both responses to both school,
Okay.
and I said, whoever will respond first, that's where I'm going to go.
It's like a
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, like they send me acceptance letters, but it will all still go down to visa and stuff like
okay.
that. And NBCC did the work first.
Oh wow.
The visa application was very easy. As soon
Oh,
as I
wow.
submitted it, I got it right away. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm
Okay.
going to Canada.
Just going to Canada. So when you were planning all this, when people think about us from Asia, Southeast Asia, going here, it kind of seems like it's easy for them. But the expenses of an international student is much bigger than a local student, right? It's
Exactly.
almost 2-3 times more.
Yes.
So what did you have to prepare? Because, going to a place where you don't know anyone and you have to, in a way, start anew. What did you have to prepare for? Because it's very expensive to get to study.
It is very expensive. So of course, financial wise, I have to borrow money from my parents. And then when I came here, I didn't really know what to expect.
Okay.
So maybe on the first semester of school, because I have the money, that okay, I can pay first half of the tuition. But then it came down to the second semester, I was like, oh no. And a lot of things has happened during that time.
Okay.
That I was working 2 jobs.
Wow.
Well, you are only allowed for a certain number of hours to work
Yes,
as an
yes.
international student. But then during school breaks, I took
You
the
can work.
opportunity to work a lot. So I got lucky to be hired in the hotel, like Algonquin, to work
Okay.
part-time.
Oh, that's
but then
nice.
Christmas break, I have to take full-time hours. And then someone offered me to try to work for a lobster shop.
Wow, you even did that?
I did that.
Wow.
And my schedule that time was like, I'll be working at the lobster shop. That was in Deer Island before, so I have to drive and
Travel.
take the ferry, the car
The-
ferry.
exactly.
Yes. So I have to leave where I'm staying at like around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to catch up with the ferry that will leave at 7 a.m. Then I have to be
Oh
at
my
work
God.
like around 8. Then I work from 8 a.m. until like 3 p.m. And after that, I have to be rushing to go down because I have to work at the hotel in
Hotel.
St. Andrews at like around 5.
Oh my
And that's about
gosh.
like an hour, 2-hour drive. It depends on how fast the ferry will
Oh
leave.
my gosh, because I know locals like they have to, do student loans and everything, but being a student here and you wanting to finish your school, which is how long? How long was your
Just
school?
1 year
1
for
year,
me,
but
yes.
still you have to have finances.
Exactly.
I mean, I know they ask for like tuition fees and like there's a like a bond I think that you can't touch, right? So all these things are you need to save for and work hard for. Was it worth? I mean, was there ever a time that you told yourself that, what am I doing?
Oh yeah, multiple
Times.
Especially those times when I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm working myself this hard, but I am here already. I cannot back out. I cannot go home. I've already borrowed money. I have to make it work, and this is my decision to come here. I don't want to burden my family and stuff
Okay.
like that. So that's what kept me going. Like, I have to see the end.
Yeah, because it was your decision.
It is my
No
decision.
turning back.
Yes.
But did you really, when you went here, was there really a conscious decision that you will stay here? Or was something like you're studying and then go somewhere else, go back home, go somewhere else? Was there a conscious decision to stay in Canada?
So there has always been those times where, okay, after I finish this, do I stay here? Do I
Okay,
move
yeah,
out?
yeah, yeah.
And I think for me, life just happened, and I just focus on what's in front of me right now.
Okay.
There have been like multiple chances where I could have like gone to a different way or gone to a different province,
Yeah.
or maybe left, whatever. But the options at those moments, the scenarios, it's like it led me to I have
Stay
to
here.
stay and do whatever is in front of me right now.
Which is great. You're not you're expectant for the future, but you're not like worrying about too far out that stresses you out, right? So for 1 year you were studying, working 2 jobs, and not very near places at that. So how did you cope? Because you had to study, you had to also make money because you had to have a car, you had to have a place to stay.
Yes.
How was it for you? Like, was there ever a time you said, really, I shouldn't be doing this? Like, did it come to a point that you wanted to forget everything that you're doing? No.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. There have been a lot of times where I thought that, what am I doing to myself? You
Yeah.
know, well, making this hard
Yeah.
for me. But then again, it all boils down to
Pushing.
pushing it, seeing what's gonna happen. You don't want to like disappoint yourself, disappoint your family. You know, I didn't tell them the hardships that I was.
Wow.
Yeah,
So they
because
didn't know.
They didn't know. They only knew now, like years after when I go
When
home.
I-
I'll be like,
when I'm
"You know
done."
what? This is what happened.
And sometimes, I know how Filipinos think that when you're abroad, you're like, okay,
Yes.
you're just shopping and everything. It's not like that, right? You have to work because you have to eat,
Yes.
you have to pay for stuff. So, okay, graduation. You graduated. What happened after that? What did you do? Was it easier for you now that you've graduated?
I thought it will be easier.
Okay. Not necessarily. Okay, so what
But
happened?
actually, after school, you have to work harder.
Harder. Oh, wow.
Because you have to get PR and stuff like that. But then I think I was lucky because back then we were the first few batches of that program, the AIPP,
Yes.
Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So the hotel, because I'm already working part-time for them, they sponsored
Wow.
my PR.
Same with us, AIPP. That was really a great
And
program.
It was good. Like, as soon as I submitted my application, only 2-3 months, I got my
PR.
card. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
my PR, and I was like, wow, this is great. Like everything's going on. smoothly.
Well, yeah, the hardships of working two jobs, finally, it's coming to pass. So you were in St. Andrews then. You're in Moncton now. What happened? How did you do the transition moving from there to here?
Okay, so once you start working, because I was working as a cook, and then
Yeah.
you have to aim to get the Red Seal,
Oh,
which
okay.
is like the license for to
Yes,
become
yes, yes.
a chef, something like that. So I was like doing my work there. I wanted to like improve.
Okay.
I wanted to get that license. So I got an opportunity to work for Delta
Okay.
procedure, so I can continue we call it the journeyman.
Okay, wow. Even I didn't realize that there's Red Seal chef. I thought it was just like carpenters or plumbers or
Any
electricians.
trades or skills.
Oh, okay.
that have
That's
Red
that's you to me. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you worked as a chef at the Delta. So
Yes.
how long did you do that?
So funny thing, I moved to Moncton 2019.
2019.
And then I went back to NBCC in Moncton to do the review for the Red Seal.
Okay.
And COVID happened.
Wow. Okay. So what happened? What did COVID do to you that derailed some of your plans?
So it laid me off from my job.
Oh,
It
yeah.
halted our Red Seal review and exam.
But at least you were PR.
I am already PR, so I was.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was good. I didn't have to worry about my papers.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying this for just for myself because I know other people
Oh, yeah.
were having a hard time back then. But yeah, it did work. But then I have to stop working because everyone closed.
So what happened? The tourism industry was the biggest hit industry. So what did you have to do? We have to still eat, right?
Yes.
So what did you do? Did you have to find work?
So lucky for us, because since I was in school, so I was receiving the EI.
Okay, because you did that.
Yeah.
But were there other things that you were able to do?
Yeah. So while waiting for everything to reopen, Ray of Hope. So
Okay.
they used to do I think they still do now, the kitchen for
Yeah.
the homeless. So someone asked me if I can replace the cook because she's going for vacation for a month.
Okay.
So I did that. So I was like leading the volunteers to cook food for the
Wow.
homeless. And then another opportunity came to like work for a known pastry shop here in Moncton.
I need to talk to you. Okay. And so it eventually worked out.
It eventually worked out, and then I eventually became their pastry chef before
Wow.
actually leaving that and then moving on to a different.
And what is that different thing? I think I'm curious about that. I think, because I know you, one of the things that I think nicely happened to you in Canada is you met someone, right?
Yes.
So how did this relationship help you professionally? What did you guys? I know you guys are doing something together.
So when we met each other, we were like in a stage of our lives where we're trying to figure out what
what
we
to do.
actually wanted to do. So we were talking things out, like we have plans of like maybe we'll move out, maybe we'll do this and that. And then suddenly came the idea of he's a mechanic, so was like, let's open a shop.
Okay.
I was like, okay,
As a
going.
chef, opening a auto shop, auto mechanical shop. That's
Yeah, it's a very different industry.
very different industry.
Yeah.
But you said you manage the administrative side of
Yes.
it, and he does the technical side.
Yeah.
How is it doing the shop?
So it was doing really, really good.
Okay.
It was doing really, really good until we wanted to like relocate the shop.
Okay.
The client is growing.
Okay.
We need like better facilities and stuff like that.
So it is growing. It has grown. Yeah.
But we have to,
Congratulations.
like, thank you. We have to close for some time so that we can focus on
Expand.
these things.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So, would you do it over again, Marvi? All these things that you went through, all the challenges, doing 2 jobs near island, losing your job in COVID. Would you do it over again? I mean, was it worth it?
Well, I think so. Looking back, I think so I will do it again. The experience, a lot of things has happened, like good, bad, but in a way it had made me stronger.
Okay.
And then it has changed my outlook in life that sometimes, things happen and it's just how you're going to rise
React.
from it. Yes,
That's
that's,
good.
right.
But did you never ever feel like you didn't belong in New Brunswick? Because you came here knowing no one, right? Was there ever a time that you felt like, I'm never going to fit in, or people look at you differently, or
Oh, yes, yeah.
there were times?
There'll be like times like, will I ever feel like, I belong here? Is this where my heart is? But I think it all changed because I met people who are very good to me. They introduced me to the community. They were like, I think, my anchor.
Oh, that's
during,
good. That's
during
good.
like bad times, and it kind of pulled me up. Yeah.
And so these were friends that became family too.
Friends, yeah. I also have like a cousin here in
Oh, wow.
New Brunswick. But then back then I didn't know. I know only that he's in Canada, but I didn't know that he's in New Brunswick.
Oh, wow. So you finally reconnected as well.
Yeah, and it happened that when I told him like, hey, I'm going to New Brunswick to like take my studies, and then he said, oh, I'm actually 40 minutes away from your school.
Wow.
Such
That's
a small
so
world.
nice. So at least you had another anchor to count
That's
on.
right, yeah.
What would you change differently if you, thinking about it, what you've gone through, what would you do differently in this journey of yours?
Well, I think maybe, well, I'm not quite sure because, like, if I think about what happened in my life, I've actually enjoyed a lot of
Okay.
things that sometimes maybe if I did a different thing, would I have enjoyed those other things?
So you look at it more of like it was bound to happen. It was just meant to happen.
I think so. Maybe there are just few times where I think that maybe if I have taken a different course, not culinary arts, maybe something medical, because that's what's in
Yeah.
demand right now,
Yeah.
will I be like better off? But I think no. I think it all boiled down to like, oh, this is what I'm happy doing in my
Yeah,
life.
that's
like,
nice.
I
That's
mean, I'm
nice.
not earning that much, but at least I'm happy.
But with your business growing, that's something very nice.
I hope
And
so.
I guess it's I know money is important and about making an income is important. But if you're happy doing what you're doing, I guess it evens out somehow,
That's
right?
right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So what advice would you give to people who are still thinking of moving? Because you did it single. No one, I mean, a cousin 40 minutes away from where you were, but really bravely alone. Would you suggest for people to still do it? Especially with this very different immigration environment we have.
Well, if they have that fighting spirit, like go. But I think I will tell them to be more prepared.
In terms of what? Preparation for what would you?
So be prepared in like financial.
Okay.
Because I know right now what I've paid back then is already double or even triple of what they're paying
wow.
now.
I didn't realize that.
Wow.
it
Comparing
has grown.
tuition fees alone, I think mine was like cheaper comparing to what
Wow.
the international students are
8
paying
years
now.
ago. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it increased.
and then I think they're asking for more papers. So be prepared, do your own research, ask a lot of questions from all the different people who have done it. And then if in case everything fails, have a backup plan.
Always have a.
Yes.
That's always a good advice because you don't know what's going to happen, right?
Exactly.
Always have a backup plan. What do you miss most about home?
Of course, the warmth from the family. Those tiny little moments where you can easily just go and see your family members or your cousins or your friends, because here it's different. You cannot just easily like meet friends because everyone's doing their own thing.
They're busy.
Everyone's working.
Yeah.
Unlike back home, you'll be like, oh, come on, let's go grab a coffee, let's go meet. It's easy.
I was telling our friends here, we used to watch a movie every week, but you can't do that here, right?
No.
It's going to be harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So has your family ever said that I want to go there too? Are you an only child? No.
No, there's 5 children.
But have they ever thought of, have they told you, I want to go there too?
Well, there was a initial plan for my parents to come here with my sisters, but then things happened. My parents' health are no longer that as good as back then, so we don't want to risk it. But they do have visas to come here whenever
I
they
know.
want to.
Get the medical insurance when they go. So what are your plans in the next, we won't go 5 years, like within the next year, what are your plans? What are your immediate goals?
Okay, yeah, right now is to open that shop.
When do you
Expand that.
when are you expecting to?
Hopefully, we don't know. It's hard to say, February or March.
Okay, but at least within the
Yes.
first half of the year of
Yes.
2026. So that's the main goal. What else? Personal life.
Of course, travel more.
Travel more. Yeah, I know. Traveling is so nice, especially if you don't have kids yet. If you don't have kids, you can travel all the way. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. So what else is in store for Marvi? Are you still wanting to learn? Are you still going to study? Are you still going to be a chef someday?
So this is what I told my partner. I said, right now, I'm going to support you on what you're trying to do, because it will be hard to like do both, at
Yes.
the same time. I said, I'm going to support you now on this, but when my time will come, you have to support me, and I will do my best. And I think when that time will come, then that's when I'm going back to like, being
Do
the
the
chef.
Red Seal.
Yeah, doing all the
Oh.
things that I used to
Do
do.
you miss it?
Yeah, I miss it.
Well, you can cook for me. You can cook for me, and I'd love that. Thank you, Marvi. It's been such a joy to always see you and enjoy your laughter. And I wish you all the best. I hope the shop opens soon. We all need a mechanic, so we'll talk about
Yes.
that someday. So thank you very much, and
Thank you.
really, really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much for giving me this time.
Yeah. With that, thank you very much for joining us for the Moving Truth with Pam. Bye for now.